What's going on, guys? Casey Flower here, and welcome back to another trip report. Today we're going to be doing something really exciting. We're going to be on an American Airlines Boeing 777-200 from Boston up here down to Miami. This is a really exciting flight for me because this is actually my first time on a 777. So very exciting. Our flight number is going to be American Airlines Flight 2247 on board of November 758 Alpha November. So we board in about 43 minutes at 12:30. So yeah, I actually just caught our bird land, so very, very exciting. And yeah, I will see you guys when we are going through TSA and we are at the gate going to see the star of the show. In Boston, American uses Terminal B for operations. And of course, right as I got to the TSA line, I realized that my idiot self forgot to book this flight with my TSA pre-number. So I actually had to go into the normal TSA line opposed to the TSA pre-line. But I was still able to go through and get out with no problems. This was actually my first time in Terminal B at Logan in a very long time. Looking around seemed very nice and a very different look to it than the rest of the terminals here. Alright, behind me is the Boeing 777 that's going to take me down to Miami. Boarding in about 5 minutes, so yeah, really exciting. This trip is only a day trip down to Miami, so I was there and back in the same afternoon, so all I brought with me was my camera bag, my phone charger, and a Dr. Pepper that I brought earlier. And I also didn't have the time to get something to eat, so when I got back home after the day trip, I was very hungry, and that felt very nice to eat. And it wasn't long at all after that until we started boarding. I got on the plane and made my way down the aisle toward that beautiful 777-200 flight deck. This is actually my first time on a 777.
Oh, okay.
So this is very exciting for me.
You're an aviation fan then?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Hey, yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, this is the best right here. You're seeing the best airplane in the fleet.
Oh yeah, the powerhouse with the, I believe it's American uses Pratt Whitney on the 777-200.
You're right. This is a 200. We also have a 300. And it uses the GE.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I would prefer flying more the 300 or the 200.
That's a good question. What do you prefer? The 200 or the 300? I think it depends on which, like if I'm doing a long flight where we have 3 flights and I get a break, the 300 is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say the same. Huh?
Yeah, Captain.
But as far as getting up to altitude and stuff, this
thing's a powerhouse. This thing's, yeah. So
do you have them in a simulator?
I did. Yeah, I fly a lot. I fly on the sim a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will admit.
You got the right shirt on. That's good.
I will admit though that I fly the 787 more than I fly the 777 though.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this is a shorter domestic flight, obviously. So even for the longer haul flights, like oceanic flights, or like this short domestic one.
I like the longer one.
The longer one. Oh yeah, I love the long hauls.
Well, it depends on whether we're flying all night or not.
Well, you're not an all-nighter kind of guy.
No,
you're not?
I like sleeping during the
oh yeah,
during the nighttime as opposed to flying all night. So
unfortunately, a lot of our long-haul flights are all-night flights.
Oh, I bet, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you get, but as far as making money for the time you're away from home,
then the long haul is the way to go.
With the long haul stuff.
Right. Yeah.
It kind of works out better, but ideally, the bet, like if we either had our choice, we'd probably both agree do the really long haul stuff, like going to Australia or Japan or something like that. That's the best
really?
deal.
Yeah. What's the longest you've ever taken the 777? Or furthest?
What was Narita? Was that 13?
a little over 13 hours.
Yeah, it was like 13 and a half, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, from BFW or?
No, we took it from JFK.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. I see you. That's a good long one.
Yeah. We're gonna. What is it? Next month we're gonna start Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
Oh, nice!
So
I saw that.
I
heard about that.
I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it's gonna be long.
I think the Tel Aviv from Newark is, I believe, 14. Don't quote me on that, but 14.
Okay. And Miami's not going to be much different than that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so. We're not doing it every week, so we may have to stay there a little longer than I want to.
Yeah.
That's maybe why I wouldn't do it. But I'll have to look at it. If it's a 3-day, I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah. So we were doing 55.7 pounds of fuel for the short flight.
And we brought all that with us.
Alright.
We brought all that with us from Miami.
Oh, really? After the flight deck visit, I got to my seat of 14L, It's a premium economy seat located right next to the engine and right in front of the wing. I was really blown away by this seat. This was a really nice seat. It's equivalent to a first class seat off of a narrow body domestic, but on a 777, it's a premium economy seat because it's not like a business class seat or like a first class bed, but they just took out a first class seat from a domestic narrow body and put it here in 777 economy, premium economy. So the seat has about 19 inches of width and 38 inches of pitch, dimension wise. And it had a remote there in the seat seat side for the TV that you can control. So the remote you can remove out and control for the TV. And I'm sure if I were to use it, it was super nice to have and super handy to just have. It had a lot of buttons on it. It had some on the front and like an entire keyboard in the back. But the one thing about that remote though is it was impossible to put away. Like I had a really hard time getting that thing put away before departure. So once I was able to get it stowed away, that was good to go. And it also had a footrest at the seat back as well to rest my feet. It was pretty hard to like lift up and then put back down, but still it was nice to have. And I don't know if they had it like further back in the cabin, but I was able to have it in my premium economy seat. And it did have a universal power source right next to it. It was located behind the seat back. So under the center armrests, there was a table, and under that surface was the outlet facing forward near the back of the seat. So you'll see that on screen now. And it did take a while for the internet for me to connect to the internet, but I was still able to do it eventually. The internet, it's not the fastest, but it's definitely there. It was really only enough to track the flight, check my social media, reload Instagram, and do some other stuff, but really just not enough to like watch YouTube or Netflix like it was on JetBlue or Alaska. But the internet was good. It was nice to have. As far as it was what it was. But other than that, it was just a really nice seat.
Flying our aircraft today, we have Captain Dave Lindley. He's assisted by First Officer Mike Oates. Our flying time from Boston to Miami will be approximately 2 hours and 49 minutes. We'll be flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet. Miami weather conditions, cloudy skies, temperature is 87 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 31 degrees Celsius. Now we ask you to please direct your attention to the monitors in the cabin for a brief message about the safety features of our Boeing 777-200 aircraft.
After the pushback and safety demo, we taxied our way over to runway 09 to start our trip southbound. V1, VR, V2. Okay, this thing's actually pretty quiet. About to rate Europe. After we did our review for the flight, the cruising altitude was 39 and 40,000 feet. The flight attendants then started coming around the cabin to offer a plastic bag with bottled water, pretzels, and a cleaning wipe to the economy cabin, which was super nice to have and something I honestly didn't really expect. I then started looking at the TV. The TV was the same thing as the American A319 TV that we looked at a few weeks ago because it's the same product. But it had some pretty good features on it. Some good movies, good TV shows, and some good features. But I said this in my A319 trip report, but my favorite feature was the moving map, definitely, with all the angles of the aircraft that you can look around and all the flight information that you can look at and look at the flight progress. But probably my favorite feature of that flight map is the HUD feature, the window seat feature with the altitude on the right side and the ground speed on the left side, and the artificial horizon in the middle. As we started descending to Miami, we were on the highly 7 arrival. It was nice to be back since this is my first time back in Florida since COVID hit. Butter! Your screen, peace out. And that is us officially down at the infamous 305. Now on to the world of the Raleigh rating. Basically, if you're new here, my Raleigh rating scale is the scale I use to rate my flights that I go on. So I'm going to give the service on this flight a 5 out of 10. They couldn't do a lot. They did a few trash runs, but they did give me that small bag, which was nice, of the pretzels. The flight attendants also had to pull me out of the flight deck as well in the beginning because I was having too much fun with the first officer and the captain chatting. But the pilots were really chill for letting me go up. The Wi-Fi, I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. Again, it was really slow. Slower than the JetBlue and the Alaska Wi-Fi. But it was there, and there was enough for texting and scrolling through Instagram. I didn't have a problem with the cleanliness. That was fine. The entertainment, I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. It had the seatback, IFE, and TV, and the Wi-Fi wasn't that fast enough, like I keep saying, for the 10th time, like I kept saying. So I didn't have any earbuds, so I didn't watch anything in the seatback, IFE, or anything. And I actually did look through the AA entertainment area, which really all it was just a few, like 4 different movies, and that was it. 4 different TV shows, and that was it. And that was all it was on my phone on the AA Entertainment website that I was able to get onto. And then my seat was a 10 out of 10. Like I said, the seat absolutely blew me away. So this was a great seat for premium economy, even though it was on a great plane. So great everything, great space, great amenities, A++, easy. So the overall Raleigh rating for this flight is going to be a 7 out of 10. That's going to be it for the trip report. Next time, I'm going to be flying on the American Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 from here back up to Boston. Going to be exciting, another new type for me. It's going to be a good one. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in that trip report. Bye!